Hi friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin and I like to do eyeshadow palette ranking and review videos, as well as the occasional other beauty content sprinkled in. So if that sounds like things that you are interested in, you should definitely hit that subscribe button. I post 1 to 2 videos every single week. And for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. And I thought we would do a little bit different of a video today. We are still talking about eyeshadow palettes, but I wanted to pick my 10 favorite summer vibe eyeshadow palettes. And I say vibe because some of you might disagree with palettes that I've picked for summer, and some of these palettes came out in like the spring and the fall, and so technically they weren't designed to be summer vibes, but they give me summer vibes. So these palettes aren't going to be in any particular order. I'm just going to talk about 10 eyeshadow palettes that I think are really great for summer. Some of these are older palettes, some of these are newer palettes, and yeah, just let's get on into it. Okay, so I tried to pick palettes that I believe are still available. I didn't want to talk about stuff that people couldn't get because that just feels mean. So yeah, anyways, first up is the Melt Cosmetics Amor y Mariposas palette. This palette actually was Melt's holiday launch last year, but you have like this really beautiful like bright corally shade as well as these oranges, and these teal greens kind of go more grungy, but I still get like an overall summer vibe from this palette, and I think you can create really bright fun looks or go for more of a grungy summer look using this palette. So I really like this palette. I think it's a really good palette for summer, even though it came out in the holiday so what, fall, winter time. This is a relatively new palette, but this is the Nomad Cosmetics Paradise Islands palette. They did launch this palette this spring, but come on, that's a summer color story if I've ever seen one. You have these beautiful green, blue, this like indigo shimmery shade. Just, it's like a light summer palette, right? Like it has like the bright colors without being super bold. You can go a little bit more pastel with it, but I think this definitely screams summer vibes to me. Next up is a palette that was one of my favorite palettes for a majority of the months last year. I reached for it all the time, but this is the Cash Beauty Color Trip palette. They just launched Color Trip 2.0 where they added to this collection, but you have all of the bright colors that you need for summer, as well as these really fun, I need to clean these up, but these water liners to like amp up your look a little bit more. So yeah, and then you can even create like neutral looks using this palette. So I think this is a really great palette, and I think it's perfect for summer, especially if you're like a festival, you know, person. I think it's a really good palette for that. One of my other newer palettes is the Lethal Cosmetics 1-Up palette. This palette has neons and multi-chromes, and that's really all you need in the summertime, am I right? So I guess I feel like, oh God, I feel like I should talk about this more, but I mean, it's got neon shades and it's got multi-chromes, and these multi-chromes are stunning, and there's really not a ton to say about this beyond like, it's really cute and you should get it. I have 2 palettes from Natasha Denona. So we'll start with the the Sunrise palette. I always call this the Sunset, but the Sunset's the bigger one. But the Sunrise palette, that is definitely a summer color story to me. It's super warm. I love wearing these shades in the summer. I don't know why. I think that's the only time I really love wearing like warm eyeshadows, but I think all of these shimmer shades are beautiful. They look beautiful on the eye. It's a good palette, especially in the summer. But she has another palette that is also perfect for summer, and that is the Bronze palette. A bronzy, glowy look is, I think, the staple look of the summer. Everybody should do it at least once. This palette is perfect for that. Absolutely beautiful, stunning. I love it. It's a good one for the summer. Somewhat new but somewhat old palettes. These are the Viseart Shoo Shoo and Soleil palettes. These are actually the palettes that I have on my eyes today. I did use both of these palettes, but they relaunched these in new packaging. But look at this perfect sunset little color story here in the Soleil palette, and then this one has a coral and a hot pink that just absolutely screams summer to me. And while we're on the subject of these two, I will tell you what all is on my face. So Like I said, I use these two palettes on the eye. I also used the Danessa Myricks Rose Quartz like chrome pencil. Like I did like a little outline, so if you see some random shimmer, that's what that is. And then on my lips, I did get the Half Magic Beauty, some of their new lip things. So what is this? The Sculptitude 2-in-1 lip liner in Vitamins Please Petite Fleur, and then Petite Fleur has 2 colors on it, and then the Mouth Cloud in Housewife Dreams, and then I put a ColourPop So Juicy lip gloss in, what is this? Big Slice all over the lips. And then I did my favorite trick lately, and that's using the Say Beauty, I think that's how you pronounce it, the Star Glow Super Glowy Gel. I mixed this with, well, my favorite trick has been mixing it with the Latte Color Fix from Danessa Myricks. I think that's beautiful, but I wanted more of a warm look, so I mixed it with the 2 pigment paints from House Labs, the orange one and then the blush one, to create this like orangey glow. And then I have the House Labs bronzer in Light Level 3 and the Peach Quartz highlight on. And then I think that's basically it that you would care about. Oh, if you want to know my lashes, they are the Unearthly Cosmetics Dreamlike lashes. Anyways, okay, that was everything that was interesting, but really like these 2 palettes. These are perfect little travel sized palettes too, especially if you're somebody who takes summer vacations. I think they're good. And then rounding out the 10 palettes that I love for summer, I'm gonna go with 2 older palettes actually, but this is the Lunar Beauty Strawberry Dream palette. Now, this is not my favorite summer palette, only because I don't love pink eyeshadow. It's not my favorite, but I do think pink is like a staple summer eyeshadow color. And so I think this palette is definitely summer vibes, especially with these like ocean blues. Really pretty. It's definitely a pretty palette, definitely gives summer vibes. I saved this palette for last because this palette by far gives, I think, the most summer vibes out of all the palettes I talked about. I know I said these weren't in a particular order, but I did save this one for last. And that's the Ace Beaute Nostalgia palette. I don't feel like enough people talk about this palette, and it's really good. It's a super fun color story. It's definitely a summer color story. You have these like neon orange matte, or orange matte, purple matte, like this corally matte, and then you have like lighter shades to blend it out with, and then the shimmer shades perform nicely. I do like pairing this palette more with like some other more special shimmers. Not that there's anything wrong with these, but you only have 3 shimmers, so if you want to like mix it, and they're like all like a yellow shimmer, an orange shimmer, and a peach. Like this one's actually probably my favorite, but anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. But this is a very beautiful summer palette that I don't think enough people talk about. I highly recommend this palette. I really like the Ace Beaute formula. I don't love a lot of their color stories, so I don't feel like I buy as many of their palettes, but that palette is good. And I could kick myself because I never bought the green one that they launched that everybody raved about, because I was like, I don't love green eyeshadow enough to buy it, and now I'm like, kind of wish I bought it. But anyways, those are the 10 eyeshadow palettes that I have that I think are really great for summer. Let me know your favorite palettes to use in the summer, and that's it for me. So I will see you all next time. Bye!